You're listening to the Arcane Focus Network. Previously on Star Raiders. Destination, Absalom Station. You've got notifications of messages received. Bosun.
Fucking Barry, come on.
They're talking about a ship you were captain of disappearing or being destroyed or something. What the hell is going on? I think they're looking for you guys. You actually remember the name Myovis. You guys did make a delivery there.
No! We're the bad guys!
We've basically typhoid Mary.
Astra, as you're there praying, you experience some visions. You see this structure appears to be some kind of vessel drifting through space.
Like a weird living spaceship thing?
This is ABXM News. Curfews are now in place.
Goddamn.
What happened to the medical supplies that were supposed to reach Tabard Minor? Where are the ship's mystery crew?
Fucking fuck.
This station, as of yesterday morning, we have identified them. And the blurry images show up one by one from the security footage.
Oh, no.
Jesus.
As your ship came out of the drift, all of your comms were flooded with the news reports and all of this information that had kind of been banking up in your systems. You saw the current state of Absalom. Right now, you are quite far away. So in terms of, long-range scans and stuff like that, they'll be aware that a ship has come out of the drift and is approaching. But in terms of being able to specifically identify you or anything like that, not at this range. Astra, you've been to Absalom plenty of times.
I have.
As you're flying in, you notice on the scopes that there's actually a very large concentration of ships that are some distance away from Absalom Station. And that's not the kind of thing you'd usually see. It appears to be blocking some major trade routes and things like that. It's quite a random placement.
Is it a blockade or is it like refugees?
Star Wars Episode 1 blockade.
Can I scan to see?
Mm-hmm.
As you're pointing this out to everybody, let's get everyone to do me, please, a piloting check. This
Everyone
is all
does
like
a
a
piloting
kind
check?
of group thing. Yep.
Oh, okay.
Because to identify
Okay.
things to do with ships and ship technology is all piloting.
I got a bad feeling about this.
Just fly casual.
12.
29.
27.
Oh, a 3.
You're still in the bar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sawbones and Person just look at each other like, whoa.
Suds in his eyes. Deacon and Astra, this doesn't look like any kind of organized blockade. Your other thought is perhaps was it the refugees or something like that, and that seems to be the more likely case here.
Yeah.
At this range, you can't see them. We're talking, kilometers away. It's just appearing as like this mass on your sensors.
When you say like refugees, these are like people who they don't have the fuel or the means to get anywhere else, and but they also can't get into Absalom, right? Because of the
They're
lockdown.
trying to escape.
Yeah, because remember there
They're
was an
planets.
entire, obviously on Tabard Minor, there was that whole planetary evacuation there. So,
Yeah, right.
Also at Zavrox 3.
Oh, so it's like
Yeah,
it's
there's
locked
all
down.
the planets.
It's locked down
Yeah,
from the
gotcha.
outside, not locked down on
Crazy.
the inside necessarily.
Oh no, how are we going to get in?
Have you seen our ship? They'll let us in. We're rich people, okay?
No, we don't have the virus. We're okay. Let us in. Yeah, no, they're not going to let us.
There's an exclusive dog.
Yeah, they'll see the monocles and the top hats, and they'll be like, "Oh, these fine, upstanding people will surely not bring in an outside disease."
as you notice this and maybe having a little bit of a chat about it, as the ship is getting closer, Astra, some warnings pop up onto your computer, informing you that there is a mandatory quarantining period for all incoming Pact Worlds ships and citizens. And once you are on Absalom Station, there is a curfew that's in place. So at this point, like I said, you guys are quite far away. So you have some time to decide of exactly what you wanted to do.
Is the quarantine on our vessel, or like once we actually land on the station is the quarantine?
Oh,
like where's the
good
quarantine
question.
happening?
Yeah.
You don't know.
'Cause that's important.
It's just told you that this is just like a trigger message that gets broadcasted out whenever you're within range. So you don't have, explicit details about this.
Okay.
Didn't say how long the quarantine was.
No.
Can I get the fine text somehow, like the terms and conditions sent through?
You're gonna argue with like the the quarantine master about
Part of the
it says in the fine text.
part of the way bureaucracies work, they don't have to tell you anything. You have to figure it out yourself when you get there.
Can I access the infosphere and the equivalent of Google News, and just the way that you used to access the ABC and they tell you like what today's restrictions were? Like, could I go to like that website?
Okay, so give me a computers check, please.
Certainly. 25.
So this quarantine has been in place ever since word of these diseases got out.
Diseases.
From multiple planets. They're not
different
linked yet.
races, different diseases.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. It might be different diseases on different planets.
Ooh.
Maybe it's the zombie. Have there been reports of zombies?
So you see that, and then it goes into a little bit of detail. Everybody's mileage seems to vary with these quarantine periods. At first it was quite harsh, and then it kind of eased off a little bit because it was, blocking commerce and trade from, the hub of Absalom. And depending on where ships are coming from, and all of that's stored in the ship's computer, like the logs and everything like that, which are illegal to falsify. It's kind of like spinning back the odometer.
We've done it before, guys.
Yeah, can't we do it again?
Yeah.
Depending on where they're coming from, it will kind of determine, whether or not you have a long quarantine period or not.
I suggest we probably would want to change where our ship came from. Like, just from a we stole a ship point of view as well, yeah?
But it depends if it was registered to that planet, or if it's still got like the registration from the manufacturer.
You
know
took
what I mean?
you took the time before this, Astra, to change the transponder on our ship, so it doesn't really. It shouldn't, to most people's perspective, like when they're looking at our ship on a very surface level, it should just be like blank name or whatever, has no connection to Capaxi world theoretically.
Yeah, but if they're looking at our manifesto, I should be frantically adding a manifesto in from like where we came from.
Well, one of the yeses, right? So in the last session, Tom gave me some three yeses, or like kind of going into my past and calling in a favor. What I rolled for. So one of these is what I'd like to call in. There are a couple that kind of relate to this, if that works for you, Tom. I don't know how you want to do this, or
yeah, I was actually going to get to this next.
Oh,
yes,
baby.
Last session, Ben, I gave Deacon 3 yeses. Anything that he wanted to get done, and that kind of represented calling in favors, people that owed you something or would willingly help you out with something big. And one of those was a contact that you have by the name of Rax Stemmons, who is a Kasathan businesswoman, and she actually has a private dock down in the Spike.
Oh, nice.
She owes you a favor, and that is certainly something that you could call in.
So I'm going to kind of call up the crew. I guess we're all together, right? We all heard that input.
Yeah, you guys are all on the
Yeah,
bridge.
we'd be all on the
main
on the
deck.
bridge, yeah.
And just kind of turn to them and say, I got a friend on the Spike that should help us at least dock, get on there. And I'm not sure about this quarantine stuff, but at the very least, no one will look twice at our ship if I call in a favor to get on there. If that's all right with everyone else.
That's mighty fine for me. That saves me a lot of flying while trying to redo the codes. So yeah, let's do that.
Aye, that makes sense.
Yeah, sure. Okay. But like Burzen's just He's super distracted by the fact that all of this news has come through about all these new planets having been affected, and his part in potentially having taking the authority to take those jobs and deliver that stuff to these planets. He's really facing. He's really looking into the abyss, right?
I see that.
Shaken thing is back.
I see that, and as someone who is completely unburdened by any history with this crew, I make a call to Rax Stemmons, or I'm gonna put out a. I don't know how this works. Do I call? Are we in close enough distance with light speed in this game that I won't have a huge delay?
It's kind of like whatever's convenient for the story. That's how well the communication works.
Gotcha.
Yeah. That's the best.
And this is convenient for the story.
Yeah.
So yes, you could call her on a secure channel.
All right. Beep beep boop.
Oh, that's the calling sound.
Yeah.
That's the whole music.
The old scat man.
Oh man, I'm the scat man.
Yeah.
I'm the scat man.
If scat man can do it, then so can you.
Fucking hell.
I actually went on a bit of a Wikipedia hole about a month ago on that. I was like, what happened to that guy?
Yeah.
And he died like not that long ago.
Oh,
Scatman John.
Was he still performing, or?
Oh man, he was scatting to the day he died.
Scatting till the day.
Scatting and bebopping. Yeah. But like he was like a well-respected man in jazz circles. You know, he wasn't just like some chump. He was quite the scat extraordinaire.
He was a scat man.
He was a scat
the
master.
scat man, one could say. Scat.
I mean, he brought scat to the masses, guys. Like, of course he's respected.
Not just anyone could do that.
No.
I feel like Nina Simone might have something to say about that.
Who?
Exactly.
Oh, Dan.
Okay. It's, using your little personal communicator, and then, the little video hologram pops up, and you see Rax Stemmons there. This Kasathan woman, kind of aging, wrinkles, but eyes still very alert. And of course, she wears the mask over her face, as all Kasathans do.
Sure do.
Ashford Deacon.
Hey, Rack.
How nice to hear from you.
Yeah, it's nice to hear from you too. I got a new ship that I'm looking to dock. No questions asked.
Well, I do kind of owe you for that last little thing you did for me last time.
Hey, we'll call it even. Yeah, you let me dock. Don't look too intently at this ship, and I feel like we got a deal.
Deacon, you've called me at a very tough time. I don't know if you know what's going on Absalom at the moment.
I hear there are riots.
Yes. All sorts of shit got stirred up. People, one of those refugees, allowed onto the station. Other people don't. Protests turning bad. Anyway, it's getting harder and harder to get ships in, so this is a big one. I'm happy to do it, but even after this.
Kind of look down. Yeah. Even.
All right. Now, I wouldn't worry too much about all that quarantine rubbish. You won't have to do any of that. But, you ain't sick, are you?
No. Nobody on this ship's sick. You have my word.
All right. Had to ask.
Are there people on the station sick?
Hasn't been any reports of it as far as I know.
There's a station-wide quarantine, and you haven't heard of any reports of anyone being sick.
Early days yet, though, Ashford. Early days. Safe and sorry, right?
Fair. Well,
I'll send you through a flight path. Make sure you follow it to a T.
of course.
It's a blind spot that I've got worked out.
Oh,
One of my contacts.
that's real nice.
Follow that through and head to the coordinates that I send you.
Appreciate it.
And don't know if your pilot can hear me, but whoever they are, tell them not to fucking waver even a little bit.
He won't waver at all.
All right. See you soon, Deacon.
Awesome. I turn to everybody else and I'm like, I said he, you got it? Cause we're
Sneaky.
Yeah, being sneaky.
Tom, because of the voice you're using, like vaguely Australian, vaguely British.
Yeah.
I almost thought you were going to say, thanks, dickhead.
Thanks, fuckwit.
Yeah, thanks, dickhead.
All right, fuckface, come and land here. Just trial by fire. All of the American listeners are like, what the fuck? All right, now, fair dinkum.
Get out.
Okay, so to follow this flight path, it comes through Astra. Mm-hmm. Give me a piloting check, please.
Ooh, you're waiting for that one.
Okay.
Okay, it's 14 plus 18, so that's 32. Thank you. I was going to say 33, but that doesn't work.
Oh, fuck. I can help get this number higher, Tom, if you need.
All right. Well, I'll let you know that was actually failable for you, but you passed.
Ooh.
Very good.
You crash into the station.
You keep the ship steady, and essentially what happens when you do, you pull the ship into this very precise location and follow the flight path exactly. You know, kind of a mix between auto and manual controls there. Your instruments start kind of acting funny a little bit, you know, hence why you kind of have to manually control everything. So this is legitimately like a dark tunnel that you're moving through.
That's very cool.
You get to the spike flying below Absalom Station, which essentially, for those who don't know, Absalom Station is kind of like shaped like a spinning top that's upside down, and there's a very long part down the bottom, and that's called the spike, a lot of which is uncharted and unknown, but otherwise it's a hive for criminals, gangs, and the underworld.
Home.
And home to some. Home to many, actually. You approach the docking bay, and what looks like just a wall of the station, you know, there's pipes and bits and wires and antenna and everything kind of sticking off it. It just suddenly opens up, and you see quite a large docking bay in there. Room for 2 ships, but it's currently empty. Fly it on in.
Park right
Closes
in the middle
behind you. Yeah, park diagonally. Piss everyone off. And then it closes up behind you. Docking procedures, maglocks come on, everything. And the ship is safely docked. Deacon, your communicator comes on again. And it's Rack calling through.
I answer it.
Welcome aboard, Deacon.
Hey, I appreciate it.
No problem. Tell me, how long are you planning on staying for?
Not too long. I can't give you an exact estimate, but I promise you won't have any issues. I'm gonna ask that we keep this just my ship as part of this favor. No neighbors. I realize that might cost you a bit.
Well, if that's the case, the most I can give you is a couple of days.
That's all we need.
Private docks like this are pretty hot property at the moment. I've made quite the killing.
That's you to a T.
Well, if you need anything else, you know where my office is. You can come up and see me. Otherwise, I'm sending through the code for the doors. You can come and go as you please.
Appreciate it.
Take the usual precautions, of course.
Yeah, I'd appreciate it if cameras in this area also turned down. Some bounty business, gotta do.
All right, can do. And she signs off, and you guys are docked at Absalom Station.
Ooh.
Turn to everyone. Don't worry, Rack's trustworthy. Owes me big. It should be fine.
Great job, guys. Really, I mean, with the connections and the flying, guys, I'm feeling like dead weight over here.
Ah, man, you got us all the way here.
Sure.
You talked to that army group. You're all chit-chatting army stuff. You know, you got us there.
Saluting all over the place.
I was ready to shoot all of them. You know.
I'm not fishing for compliments here. I'm just trying to say you guys doing a great job. Keep it up. Rolls for motivation.
I I give the eyes to Sawbones, like, yeah, you're right. He is really complimentary. Like, yeah, I get it.
I don't trust
See it now. It's so strange. You shot him again.
I feel like we should just keep encouraging it, though. Like, it's real growth for the captain.
Yeah.
Do you think we need to, like, give him cookies? Like, is this something we reward with food? Or?
Good boy.
Oh, I think you should go and bake some cookies, and then anytime he does something nice, just offer him one.
Why do you think I can bake cookies?
Oh, I don't know.
This is
I'm
a
definitely not
gender-related
gender
issue.
stereotyping at all.
I join in telepathically and I'm, hey, fun fact. I'm a great chef. I love to cook. I'm happy. We got these kind of
See?
the biscuits that I make. Amazing.
Oh, well, there you go. Deacon can sort it out then.
Why do I have to be the chef? What? Just because I volunteered?
All right, I'll bake the fucking cookies. All right, Jesus Christ, Jesus. Hey, now listen seriously. If we want to move about the station freely, I do have a guy here who could potentially hook us up with some sort of fake IDs that would allow us to, effectively wipe our pasts clean.
That'd be great.
Yes.
I'm very conscious of this large debt we've got hanging over our head, and I'd like to be rid of that as quickly as we can.
I agree.
Does anyone have any objections to a new identity at all?
Oh, no.
So, Deacon, would you want a new identity, or are you quite attached to your current one?
Happy with my current one.
Okay.
I think I need to keep my current one because it's buying us, passage, or at least at the very least I have connections here. So I'm happy to stay me.
Very true.
And I want my own name when I help kill one of those giant mosquitoes. I don't want to be called anyone else. I want to just straight up just want to be a part of it. I'm jealous that y'all got to do that without me. That's just this childhood dream of mine.
Yeah, it was pretty good, I'm not going to lie. Maybe we could use it as some sort of inspiration for our team name. Like, I feel like we need a new team name. Maybe we could be the Bug Collectors or
Suckers.
the Mosquito Squatters or something.
The
What do you think?
Buzzkills.
I don't know. We'll keep with the Buzzkills. That's
Buzzkills are worth
excellent.
that.
Okay. We'll keep working on it, and we'll see what we come up with. But okay, so
Blue skies.
Tom, can I reach out to this guy who I know, whose name is Jerris? I'm going to reach into my duster and pull out a special kind of burner communicator I've got that also encrypts things. It's like the Telegram equivalent of space. And I'm going to reach out to...
Are we all wearing dusters? Is that just like...
I'm pretty sure.
That's awesome.
I don't believe... Oh, am I?
You're not. Nobody else is.
No,
The
I'm not.
official
No.
artwork, we're all
Always
wearing
had the brown
dusters. We're all wearing...
I'm pretty sure I am
Dusters.
wearing a duster, aren't I?
You've got, a Reynolds brown coat.
Yeah, that's right.
Nice. We didn't bond over this.
Hey, I just want to say, I like your jacket.
Yeah.
All right, so you got a nat 20 when you made the check to find out about this guy. So what I'll say is that you're not calling, like, his office or something like that, but you managed to find the actual number that was needed to arrange this this service. So you call him up, and it starts ringing. Ring, ring.
Ba-da-ba-da-bum.
All right.
So dumb.
And it picks up. There's no image or anything. It's just kind of like scrambled, and the voice comes through. Hello.
Hello. How are you? Is that Jedis?
Boop, boop, boop.
You don't
Hangs
say
up.
their names. Oh my god, where are you from? Even I know that.
sorry,
I'm
I
not a
forgot
dodgy
my
person.
tradecraft.
Is that
God
Jerris?
Hello. I'm looking to commit a crime. Is this the way I do it?
Oh, I forgot myself for a minute. I'm sorry.
Hello, crime boss. Is that you?
I'm wanting to get my identity wiped.
That wasn't
In
me
a criminal
before. This is a
fashion.
new me. I want
Yes.
crime. Can you help me crime? Fuck. This is Sawbones. Wait, no, that's another name. Oh, fuck. You make me disappear? Oh, God.
I hit the redial button.
Voice comes through again. Hello.
Hello. I'm looking to procure your cleaning services.
We have availabilities.
Oh, that's excellent. Look, this won't be the first time I've had this particular jacket cleaned. You've actually looked after me before, so I kind of know what the go is, if you know what I mean.
Excellent.
Where would you like to meet?
Why don't you go to our old shop front in the Spike?
That sounds excellent. And look, just so you know, I've actually got 3 jackets that need to be cleaned.
3 jackets.
3 jackets.
We can handle that.
Can you hear me winking? Can you hear me winking into the phone?
Can I have 3 drugs of the legal kind?
2 hours.
What did you say? Oh, I missed it. Shit.
2 hours.
Everyone shut up.
I call him back.
Agreed. Sorry, it's me again. Sorry, Jairus. I mean, he's agreed. And by the old shop front, there's several locations where he'd meet, but you've actually been to this location before.
Would I need... Oh, sorry.
That's where you originally got your identity wiped. So
yeah,
you know the go is you've only ever done it before yourself. You don't know if you need to be there or everybody needs to be there.
That was what I was going to ask.
Yeah.
Can I hit the redial button again?
Hello.
Oh, hello. It's me again.
It's you again.
Sorry, I forgot to ask one question. Do the people who own the jackets all need to bring their own jackets to the shop front, or could I collect their jackets and come on my own and get all of their jackets cleaned on their behalf?
As long as you bring their name tags and contact details, I'll be able to do it.
Oh, that's excellent. Thank you for the clarification. I'll see you in 2 hours.
Hangs up. So essentially, everybody's got like an ID chip that would be, government issued, that sort of thing. And so you'd be able to take those along.
Cool.
Or alternatively, they could go with you. So
do we get to pick our own names?
Essentially, yes. If you were going to have this service done, you would get to make up your own name and your own history. So let's all take 20 minutes now and write out new backstories.
Very good. Yep.
Okay, so that's what Sawbones is going to be doing. Let's go around to everybody and kind of figure out exactly what we're going to be doing, like what our actions are going to be.
Yeah, so I'm going to obviously go and get the ID thing done. If anyone does want to come with me, you're more than welcome, but I was curious as to whether or not we could divide and conquer. I don't know how much money this is going to cost me. That was probably something I should have asked, but
a lot.
I suspect we're probably not going to have enough money, so I'll have that conversation with him when we get there. But I feel like if I could get some money from everyone, like whatever you feel you can spare and still have some money left over for whatever shopping you have to do. Also, I'll try to collect a bit of a kitty and then go and have this chat with old mate Jedis.
I've literally only got 2,310 credits. Like, we didn't find any money. There was very light on loot, Tom. Very light on loot, Thomas.
Well, in fairness, it was a zombie apocalypse planet, so...
I mean, they're not a part of the Pact Worlds. I understand that.
Yeah.
But, just could have been more loot.
But we could always, sell the spar bars.
There was actually a bank in the city. You could have actually gone and robbed the bank.
Yeah, you know what there was in the mall? Stores where we could have stolen a bunch of shit,
that
right?
on the planet of crab people, they use seashells for money. We wouldn't have gotten anything.
The exchange rate's terrible at the moment.
Okay, so that's what I'm doing. What are you doing, Dan?
All right. So as you're asking for this, and everybody's like, okay, cool. Everybody jumps onto their personal communicators, and you go to access your finances.
It's all been frozen!
And all of your accounts are frozen.
Oh, of course it has. Anyone know a pawn shop?
Daniel's so pissed. Look at his face.
Just you can't give us anything, right? Like, Jesus Christ.
Hey, it could well be that I go to old mate Jardia or whatever his name is, and he has some jobs that we could do. Like, he is a criminal underworld, and we are all very handy.
We really don't have time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we really got to get to this guy.
But like, if he has an issue that needs to be solved, we might be able to solve that issue and get him
not
to do
pay.
do the thing.
Yeah.
I mean, because I wanted to speak to Leia, like organize some kind of meetup with her. Maybe I can get some cash out of her, but then also, like, I wanted her to send a message to Burzen's mom. Yeah.
But it would look really weird if your mum withdrew like a large sum of money
I'm
and
not
it just
saying,
sort of disappeared.
No, I don't want money from my mum.
Get a loan from
Okay.
your mum. Your stepdad's like
Ma,
chipping in and
Mom,
making you feel
I'm in a
guilty.
bind.
Don't lend him any money. Don't lend him any money, Marlene.
We're not bailing you out again, Burzen.
He hasn't paid us back for the last time.
I'm good for it. Come on, Ma.
Okay. All right. So
But yeah, like that's what Burzen was planning on doing. Catch up with Leia and see if he can do some stuff.
potentially get a loan.
Yep.
All right.
I mean, she would have got a pretty good payout from the job that she set up for us, right?
Yeah. So yeah, that's exactly right. Because her role in that transaction was completed.
Yeah.
Just because the job was botched later on, they can't take that back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like a real estate agent or something. You get your commission. If it's a bad renter, it's like, well, it's not my
it's not
fault,
my
is
fault.
it? Yeah. Mari.
All right, so Astra, in her previous life before EdgeCorp, she used to run on the rooster with her parents. Spent a lot of time on Absalom Station fixing up the rooster because it was in pretty bad nick a lot of the time.
Yeah.
So I have some pretty good contacts and people that I've sort of set up with like emergency stashes of things so that I can like send messages and get access to stuff. So I was hoping to call that in. So to send Banshee off on a mission because Banshee hasn't been seen on Absalom and get him to trigger one of my emergency stashes.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, and obviously fix up the ship as best I can so that we can make it from here to Acton and hopefully be in a better state to attack the evil Calderan dude.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, the ship's it's brand new, so it's...
No, I know, but
repairs.
it's not exactly designed for like weaponizing stuff. It's got the new name of Hamlet, but it doesn't have much more to get us there. So, you know, weapons or upgrades of any sort that I can do
tactical nukes.
Yeah, that sort of thing.
Swap. The first thing we need to do is swap around the two weapon emplacements. So, like the one that's on the front arc, put it on the turret.
Totally.
The turret on the front arc. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to swap around the weapons.
Okay, there we go. Sounds a bit more concrete. I like that. Okay. Deacon.
So one thing I want to do, just to make sure that we don't have any issues from our last fight, and the fact that Astra mentioned her name and associated with the ship as well.
Yep.
The second of my three yeses is contacting a dear friend that works in the stewards to see if I can get someone to wipe at least or doctor the details of that ship from the record, or alter it enough that you know, maybe it was a Vesk or something, or you know what I mean, or another, or
Yeah,
or
no,
like
I
another
know
race
exactly what you mean.
in a different ship. Yeah,
Yeah, so your childhood friend Mira works for the stewards and has been a point of contact for you in the past. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you could certainly do that.
Yes.
and the last thing is connect with my parents. Mm-hmm. They got tons of connections with it's who I would go to if I needed help with a bounty. They run their own bounty shop, and I said before my new quarry is going to be Calderon, and so I'm going to go straight into I need their help, and I'm going to research as much as I can, including any info about Ferrari, and I just want to really nail down I want to spend the entire time developing a dossier on this asshole. I'm sure I had some cursory stuff from when the crew was working with them a bit, but now, you know, shifting all focus to this. Yeah.
Cool.
That's my last yes, is pretty much that.
Nice. That is so useful, I gotta say.
Yeah.
you put in the call to Mira, and essentially she says that this is a pretty big favor.
Yeah.
And it's risky for her, but she can do it.
I mean, I want to... Like,
You want to roleplay it?
No, I just want to, like, clarify just in terms of... I know she, like... Well, it's up to you. It's up to you.
No.
The biggest part about this is she's the only, aside from my parents and, like, the therapist that I saw, she's the only one. She was there that day when I had my first vision. So this is me telling her that the thing that I saw, you know, it's real, and I need her to trust me. I'm gonna take care of it, and this is.
Yeah.
I know it's a big favor. She doesn't owe me like the way that Rat owes me for money and stuff. Mira.
No.
Mira's my closest friend, and this is me saying I need this.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, absolutely. But, you know, again, that doesn't affect the magnitude of what you're asking.
Yeah,
to
for
do.
real. Yeah.
And so she does that.
Cool.
Okay. How do we want to handle this? Who would like to go first? Because everybody's going separate ways.
I don't mind going first.
Okay. The rat. Who could forget dear rat boy?
Well, hey, before you
take
go,
offense
before
to
you
that.
leave, I just want to, like, Burzin uses your burner phone to contact Leia.
Done.
I'm just putting that out as canon before.
Do you tell us that you're arranging this meeting? Because everyone else is kind of going off of like false IDs and stuff. I just want to know if Burzin like lets the crew know.
No. Like this, as much as he's going to get money for everyone, hopefully, this is more of a personal thing for Burzin.
Okay.
So he might actually wait for everyone else to sort of leave before he disappears.
Can I just ask a quick kind of technical question? Like, how does long distance kind of comms work in this situation? Like, would we still be linked to each other via our head unit, the head helmet comm things?
Ranges this great? No, you'd specifically have to make a call.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, because your comm units are they're quite short range. You know?
Yeah, gotcha. Okay.
I give everyone my personal, because I don't have a burner right here. I have my normal number, and I'm just like, here's my number, and also here's my folks. Here's
WhatsApp.
Here's
the bounty shop. Yeah, so you can call them or you can call me, and you know if anything happens or whatever. Even if there's a scenario where the shit goes wrong, call us, because you know at least we'll know. You know.
Okay, so you're calling Leia off Sawbones' burner phone.
Yep.
Okay. You call her up. Ring, ring.
Oh, no.
Hello?
Leia, don't react. It's me.
Gods. Okay.
I need to see you. We need to be somewhere safe and secure. Do you remember that place down on the spike? I know I'm being vague, but I need to be vague in this circumstance.
You're here?
Yeah.
Everything's closed because of the curfew.
Okay.
I can only go work and home. I get off later tonight. You can come to my place.
Sure.
Don't do it! She's being watched.
We're gonna roleplay some sex.
Yeah. Sawbones just hands her some protection to.
Make sure you're safe. Sure. I'll see you later tonight. Thank you.
I'll see ya.
Oh, you're totally going to jail. Oh my god, they're totally surveying her. You're gonna get trapped.
We'll see what happens.
There's no way.
If only there was a mechanical way in the game to determine whether or not somebody was lying. Oh well.
What's your disguise skill?
Hey, I'm thinking I'll do like the Ninja Turtle style, where I'll just wear a big overcoat and a fedora.
That won't look suspicious at all.
That's 3 Burzins in a trench coat. Why are you so tall? Okay, Sawbones, you head out. Are you using a disguise kit or anything before you go out?
I don't have a disguise kit.
Okay.
But I do want to make some rudimentary efforts to disguise my appearance, so maybe I'll shave a new hairstyle or...
We'll say, here's what I'll say. Like, Rack runs a pretty tight ship here, so we can say that... And they're not expensive disguise kits, so we can say that Rack had some available that you guys could use.
Okay, cool. So is that like some gear that I add?
Yeah, so a disguise kit is actually mechanical, not literally mechanical, but it has mechanics in the game. And essentially what you do is, I believe you spend 3d10 minutes.
Yeah.
And that allows you to alter your appearance. So if you're just doing some basic changes to alter your appearance, essentially anybody who is attempting to, like, looking really closely at you and suspects you aren't who you say you are, then there's a DC associated with that, and you get a bonus to that.
Got it.
But essentially it allows, if no one's, like, looking at you, and, say you're just walking around the spike, no one's going to look twice at you.
Yeah, cool. Well, I've added one. You're right, Tom. They're only 20 credits.
They're 20 credits. Jesus. That's
real
low.
So good. Yeah.
Like Rack's just got them sitting around. Like, we've probably got them in the ship. You know how much rich people like to just start to go slumming,
you go
right?
in the fancy dress. It's like the fancy dress thing.
There's just like four disguise kits in the walk-in wardrobe.
And they're all like those kinky like masquerade masks, like the
yeah, it's like eyes wide shut. You're walking like, "Good, what's going on in here?"
And I'm gonna go. So, is it after curfew right now?
So the way that the curfew is essentially working, now that you guys are in, maybe you had a quick little chat to Rack or something like that, is that you're allowed to go to work and you're allowed to go home, and if you, like, once a week or something, you're allowed to go out and get supplies, that sort of thing.
Cool.
There's not like you don't get like an hour a day to exercise or anything like that.
Where are you going to go? It's Absalom, you know what I mean? Most people would have like treadmills and exercise equipment in their homes anyway. That's all pretty standard fare in sci-fi.
Classist. What about the people on the spike?
I picture the spike like the housing in the spike, like Fifth Element.
Yeah.
Tiny and
crammed
like
in.
they're just tons of like little like things you pull out or whatever, and there's a little treadmill that comes out of the wall and you can run for a second and then
A rat wheel. Yeah, a rat wheel descends from the ceiling.
Yeah.
Okay, so you use the disguise kit to do that. So let's just quickly roll some D's. Oops. All right, so that'll take you about half an hour to sort yourself out. Maybe you could have been doing that while Burzum was making the call and that sort of thing.
Yep.
Yeah, you don't even know. You don't even know that he made the call. He's like, just picked up your burner and disappeared into another room.
Pickpocketed you. Okay. And then essentially I rolled a disguise check in secret, which I've just done, and that's going to determine how effective your disguise is.
Okay.
And you won't know until it comes under scrutiny.
Cool.
Fun. Secret rolls. Don't get to do many of those. As you exit this area, it's all very industrial. So there's not a lot of activity around here anyway. There are some workers, but mostly robots and drones going about their business, maybe carrying cargo, that sort of stuff. You head to the lifts and you go to the level of the spike that you are meeting this guy on. As the lift opens up, the energy is completely different. The last time you were down here, it's a living, breathing, bustling place, the spike. There's all sorts moving around. You can buy anything, sell anything down here. It's a hive. It's comparatively dead right now. You can walk through the street without bumping into anybody. All of the little food vendors are closed, and only some of the shops on the street are open. There's trash littering the streets, and there are some people walking around, but it looks like they're all moving with a lot of purpose. Alright, as you are walking along, you can see up ahead, there's a group of 3 stewards who are just a little bit ahead. They haven't seen you yet. You can either attempt to walk past them, or if you'd like, you can give me a stealth check to see if you can maybe duck to the side, or maybe take.
I'd like to give you a stealth check.
Okay, go ahead.
That's going to be 24.
24. Yep. You slink into one of the side alleyways and kind of make your way around, and they wander off in a different direction anyway. You get back on track, and you start following that familiar path that you walked along all those years ago, making the same turns, and that kind of same feeling is inside of the unknown, of change coming up. You head to that T intersection. Go ahead.
I was going to say, just before I get to get to where I'm going, can I like pull into a little quiet corner of the alleyway? And what?
No, it's just, my head just went, just pull over and just like quickly shoot up.
Yeah.
It's like biohacker. It's like
yeah. I just got to give myself a stimulant. No, I want to make a phone call back to the ship. I realized that I forgot to ask what you want your names to be.
you just choose.
So yeah, I was just going to go through a dictionary and pick 2 random things for everyone.
Bob Citizen.
Yeah.
That's knowing Sawbones, you pick their own name. Like just for each other. You're like, Astra, you're now known as Sawbones.
Yeah. We should swap. Yeah.
It's something that they could have.
They would have told me.
You know what I mean? Because like you were spending time doing your disguise and everything like that.
Yeah.
It's
cool.
Yeah, they would have been able to do that for you. Yeah.
Cool.
Right, you head to that same T intersection, and you're looking around. You hear footsteps, and you can see a familiar silhouette approaching. As it comes into the light, you can see it's Jerris Carden.
Hello, Jerris. How are you, old friend?
Hi there. Now, please try not to use my name next time when you're calling. That was you, wasn't it?
No, it wasn't. I'm sorry. That must have been someone else. I'm not that silly.
Yeah, I mean, you sounded the same. I'm pretty sure it was you. Just, a little bit of care goes a long way.
Yeah, I know. Look, why are you rolling around giving people out your real name anyway? I thought it was a pseudonym. I think you're the one with the shit tradecraft, really, giving out your real name.
Well, I mean, if you're just going to stand here and insult me, then...
Oh, no, look, come on, friend, come on. It's been a long day. I'm just a bit grumpy.
Yeah, well, you're not the only one, buddy. You said I've dealt with you before?
Aye. You gave me the name Sawbones. It was a long time ago.
That sounds like a nickname that you made up in the interim.
Oh. Well, that sounds about right. It was Peyton Church.
Oh, yeah. Church. The doctor. The community college doctor. How's that going for you?
Aye. Well, I've definitely had some hands-on in the field experience, you could say, but I never made it to med college.
Church. Peyton Church.
God damn it.
And you just see his eyes go wide.
Oh, god damn it.
Oh. Ooh. You're pretty hot property at the moment. Oh,
Aye.
Man.
He kind of looks around over his shoulders and everything.
No, nobody followed you here, did they?
No,
careful?
nobody followed me. Aye, I was careful. Don't worry, man.
Okay, I didn't recognize you, but let me quickly do a perception check to see if I do. Okay, all right. Hey, yeah, good. That's a good disguise you got going on there. But you got to be careful.
Well, I know. That's why I'm coming to see you, mate. I need some help. Sort of, me and my buddies. We need some new identities because we're in a mite of trouble. But you wouldn't believe me if I told you this story. The media are putting out a whole bunch of crap about us, right? It's fake news. We're actually the good guys. We were trying to deliver medicine.
Hey, look. I don't want to get any more involved in this right here. Okay. Look, I'm a businessman. All right. So you don't have to get me on side or anything like that. I'm not going to rat you out. No, I mean, I'm not going to...
what? You're
that's
not
not what I meant. That's not what I meant.
I see. You're one of
Give me a discount.
those. Okay. All right, mate.
Don't worry. I'm I'm not going to snitch on you, okay?
Okay.
Because as soon as I do that, then they say, hey, who found you? Oh, it was this guy. It was Jarek. Oh, and then, suddenly I'm up in shit creek, so.
Aye. So, look, I'm glad we've got an understanding. There's one more thing that I need your help with, and I'm just going to be really upfront about this. Because of the fairly unique situation in which we find ourselves, all of our credits have been frozen, and I have no liquid assets, you might say. So I was hoping that you and I could come to some sort of arrangement, non-monetary arrangement perhaps, to cover the fee for these 3 new identities.
I'm sorry, but okay, you have no credits? Look,
I've got
pal, this is pretty. You know how expensive it was last time, and I'm sorry to tell you, it's probably going to be a bit more this time. Plus, there's 3 of you, and you're telling me you don't have any credits.
No, but I'm very useful in other ways. I'm sure that you've got lots of problems that need to be solved that a crew of my experience could help with.
You'd be surprised. I actually try to stay out of trouble. It might not seem like it, but okay. All right, maybe there is something you can do. There's a collector. He's got an apartment up in the Eye. Real rich guy. He just so happens to have an item that I would really want for my own collection.
What do you collect, friend?
Comic books.
Oh, okay. Good on
this
you.
isn't just any comic, okay? This is an issue 1 of Balsar the Bold, okay? Issue 1. Do you know how much those are worth?
How much are they worth? Tell me.
A lot, okay? A lot. All right, it'll more than cover you and your friends and, your name change and things like that.
Well, let me ask you this. Is it so valuable that you could also throw in an augmented eye, perhaps? I've got a friend who is in dire need. She lost an eye to a zombie, and she's only got one eye. And I'd given how much this comic's worth, and you were just saying it would more than cover, the fee. I was wondering if perhaps a man of your many, talents and access would be able to procure a really good eye augmentation for me.
Look, pal, that's a pretty weird request, but look, we'll cross that bridge if we come to it.
I'll flog 2 comics if you want while I'm in there. I don't mind.
That's okay. I only want this one.
Okay.
I cut all the rest. I don't have a number 1. Number 2 is not worth as much. Anyway, why are we having this conversation? Are you doing that? You want to do that for me?
I'll happily do that for you.
Okay.
What else can you tell me?
You should get Sawbones' ID first, change first, and then everyone else's after.
Smart.
You should totally do that.
I wish I'd
So
thought
you
of
can
that.
move around.
Is he
bit
going to do
metagamey.
it before? Is he going to do it before he gets his payment? Like, that doesn't seem
but
like doesn't
Give
seem
you
like
one
good
now, and get 2 later.
He's alone.
Well, listen, friends. Listen, as you know, as you said
business.
yourself,
I'm
I'm quite hot property, you might say. And if anyone finds me while I'm on my way to the Eye to get your wee comic book, I could find myself in some strife. So perhaps you could and should give me a new identity, and then I'll go and get your comic book, and then you can give me the other 2.
Son of a bitch. Okay.
Stroke of genius.
Well done, Murray.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're right. I don't want you caught. But you're gonna get me that comic, right?
Oh, man, I'll go and get you that comic, and if I see any others that look just as good, I'll get you those ones too.
All right. He pulls out his data pad and starts beep, 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 beep. Mark, what's your new name?
Oh,
My new name is Blade Starfield.
Jesus Christ.
Inconspicuous. Very nice.
Oh, look, I've always wanted something a bit fancier. You know, that was the one regret that I had with my last one. It was just a bit shit, you know. Painting church, like what's
Went from
Blade
Sawbones
Starfield.
to Blade.
Hi, I wanted to have some sort of like homage, you know.
What is it? This is Blade. Laser.
This is Blade. This is Laser. And this is Blazer.
And so he fills out the rest of the stuff. He just kind of auto-fills the form. So, okay, well, there we go. It's done. Quick and dirty. It's not perfect, but that should be enough. So if you get stopped and scanned, then you should be okay.
Is this some sort of budget fucking ID thing you're giving me here? What do you mean it's not great? I'm a wanted man. You can't fuck around. Give me the proper treatment, man.
Look, this is the freebie that you're going to get, and I'll do it properly with all, your history and everything like that later.
Okay, all right.
I mean, we got to meet halfway.
Okay,
right?
Look, you're not wrong. Okay, I take it back. You're doing this for you're doing me a favor. All right, now what else can you tell me about this? Can you give me a location, an exact house location or whatever that I need to go to meet this collector? Well, not meet him, but, whatever needs to be done.
Yeah, I'll give you the details.
And he then proceeds to tell you the actual details of this, the apartment location, the complex that it's in, and, it tells you a little bit about the guy.
Cool. And then do we go our separate ways?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll,
I was just going to make a phone call back to the crew and let them know what's going on. Yeah.
Yep.
I sort of call what did we call our ship again? Not the pig.
Hamlet.
The Hamlet. Oh, that was a stroke of genius, Ben.
It wasn't me. I think that was Mari.
Oh, wasn't it?
Mari said Hamlet, and I was like, yeah, because it works with my thing.
No, it was Mark said it.
Mark.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it wasn't me. I was trying to go for pig names, synonyms.
All right, that's good. I'll take credit for that. I'm pretty sure it wasn't, but okay.
I just listened to it yesterday. I was listening to the episode.
You would know. You would know.
Anything you say, Blade.
He's a cool guy.
Yeah, so I call the Hamlet. Ski boop boop.
Hello. I'm trying to put on a voice because, I'm supposed to do.
It's okay. You don't have to pretend. Your voice is way too high, lassie. It's not going to pull that off.
Well, I was just trying out. Well, with the new identity comes a new voice. Why not have a bit of a husky one?
Oh, you play around with it and you find something that fits nice on you, okay?
You didn't like that one?
Oh, no. It was a bit shit, let's be honest.
All right. What's up?
So, listen, I've had a good chat with my mate, and he's agreed to give us all new identities for free, but I have to go and get this. I have to go and steal or procure in some way a comic book, apparently very valuable, from someone up in the eye, and return it before he'll do it. So, just a little update to let you know where I'm at.
Well, that sounds like a really challenging thing to do on your own. Are you going to be all right with that?
Well, I was having the same thought. I don't think it needs all four of us, but I was wondering if maybe, I don't know what Deacon's got on at the moment, but I thought maybe he might want to come and be some muscle for me if I need it. Can you ask him? Can you just ask him?
I assume while you went off to do that, I went over to my parents. I don't know how long that's
Yeah,
been.
Everybody's gone there.
Everyone's
so
gone.
this is all
Okay,
happening, at the same
simultaneously.
time. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
cool.
the word I
Yeah.
wanted to use. Yeah.
I mean,
All
you
right.
could have just called the number he gave you, but whatever. I can patch you through.
Okay.
Passive aggressive.
Here you go. Beep,
Thank you.
Alright, and I patched you through.
Okay. So we'll come back to that. Deacon. Heading to your parents'
K&B bail bonds.
K&B bail bonds. So a similar sort of thing for you. when you go to the appropriate level on the spike, it's like a ghost town. And the elevator doors open, and there's a group of stewards right there, and they look over at you.
I mean, I flash him a grin, and I walk on by. There's just something about being home, where you grew up, you know, knowing every... I feel like I could hide from them, but, like, respectable people got nothing to hide. Mm-hmm. I'm just gonna keep walking. I got business to do. It's legitimate business.
Yeah,
I've worked with law enforcement and you know, competing against them before. I feel like it's super surreal to see a ghost town of where you grew up that was bustling, but there's just something really comforting. The the smells and like the sights and stuff, and it's been a bit.
Just even the layout.
Yeah.
You just kind of know your feet know where to go, sort of thing.
It's. I think there's that confidence that, like, I'm not gonna. I have no need to hide from, unless I really felt like, oh God, you know. But if I did, I wouldn't even go through probably the main access or something. I'd try and find a back road.
As you walk on by, you can see them staring at you.
I tip my hat,
and then as you walk past them and away, you can just feel their gaze on your back as you're walking away.
Start to whistle.
But they let you keep on walking and go about your business.
Yeah.
And you see your parents' shop up ahead.
Yeah, I want to, like, grab my coat, just kind of straighten it a little bit, put everything a little bit right, make sure my facial hair is all straight and shit.
Yeah. As you head on over, open the door, little bell rings, ding-a-ding-ding-ding-ding. And you see behind the counter, Barshal, your father, look up.
I get noticeably straighter in my spine when I see him compared to my other dad.
Kind of gives you a stern gaze, but then nods. Ashford, welcome back.
Father?
How's everything going for you?
In the middle of a job. Could use some help.
Oh, yeah? Been a little while?
True, but the pay's good. Sure the shop could use some money coming in. It's good to see you.
Likewise. You're looking a little bit rough there, boy. Been through some times.
Nothing I couldn't handle.
Well, I gotta say, might not seem like it, but I think you come back just at the right time.
Eyebrows go up.
You hear another door open, and you see your other dad, Kith, walk in. Ash!
Dad! Like a smile. Now a smile comes across my face.
Yeah. He walks out from behind the counter. He comes up, gives you a big hug.
Yeah.
Kind of holds you by the shoulders and looks at you. Oh, Ash, have you been eating right? Come on, come out back. We'll get you all fed and watered and everything. Come on.
Head up with him. Oh, Dad.
I'll be up in a minute.
Yes, sir.
Takes you. They've got, a little kitchenette sort of deal up the back of the shop. Comes in. Come on, sit down. You want juice box? I got some juice boxes.
Come on, Dad. Yeah, sure, okay. I'll take it.
There you go. See?
Hell yeah.
All right, there you go. Takes one out of the fridge, chucks it over to you. All right, you hungry? You want something small, something big?
I'll take whatever you got.
Leftovers.
Home
we got some
cooking.
leftovers in here.
Never gonna say no to that.
All right, I'll just I'll go ahead and start heating that up for you. Hey, where you been? You been working?
Yeah, been on a job for a friend. Still working it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Is it going all right?
It took a few turns. Hey, is father when he comes up? I want to talk to you both, if that's all right.
Oh, sure. Yeah, we can do that. And then he kind of fills the time with just a little bit of talk about how business for them's been going, and asking a little bit about you as well, how everything's been going for you.
Yeah, doing good. Just working hard.
He puts food in front of you, a staple from your childhood.
Nice.
Marshall walks in. Goes up and starts fixing himself a coffee. Pours himself like a real large black mug of coffee. just, and you know it's bitter as hell.
Yeah.
Kind of looks over and sees the juice box there.
Hey, coffee's for closers. You know what I mean?
And as he, like, kind of regards the juice box and sips his coffee that is, like, steaming hot. You want a coffee?
Sure.
Ew! Orange juice and coffee
Turns
don't
around,
go.
Pours you one. Puts it down
Finish
in
my
front of you.
juice.
I'm in your belly.
Sure.
I crush it in as manly a way as I can.
As you crush the juice box, you have a flashback.
Oh no!
Yeah, young Ashford at the same table, sitting with his parents.
They both take a seat. All right. Now, what was it you wanted to talk to us about? Well, hang on. Before he gets into that, we've got like I said, there's pretty fortuitous time for you to come back here.
Mm-hmm.
There's just been a pretty big job that's being posted. Now, I don't know how up to date you've been with everything that's been happening here, but, well,
Oh man.
one look outside,
It's us.
bit of a shit show.
Yeah.
Not going to ask you how you managed to get past all the quarantine and measures and things like that. I know you're capable, but just got to be careful. Anyway, there's a crew of jokers connected to all this. There's big money being paid by one of the corporations, Edge Corp. Probably had run-ins with them before.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, pulls out a little personal communicator and beep, 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 and then like a hologram kind of pops up and just like he kind of swipes the air a little bit, and separate dossiers of the crew of the Pig all come up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
And you see the bounties below each of them, and it is significant. Now, I don't need to tell you, but something like this, well, you'd be able to retire pretty young. Hell, you would too.
Yeah.
Tell him we're dead.
Anyway, I don't know what kind of job you got going on at the moment, but, well, we sure would appreciate it if you could maybe put that to the side if possible and help us out with this. I think this is an all-hands-on-deck type of job.
Ugh. Okay. Deacon has two options here, because there's a way to play this where he lies to his dads, and then there's a way where he's truthful, right? And the lie doesn't have to be that creative, right? Because I got the lie on, I got it ready. It's simple thing, you know what I mean? Tracking these fools, you track them. I know they're involved. I've been tracking them already. I know they're involved with Calderon. Need more info on Calderon, and that's how I'm gonna get. You know, I can. Everybody's happy, but it means lying to my dads, and and I. Because it's so tough because I played Tiny for so long, and Tiny wouldn't do it, right?
We're about to get sold out here.
That's what I'm
Tiny
wondering.
wouldn't do it.
But
Deacon would.
Well,
Would what?
knowing what he knows, fate of the
Lie.
world and all that.
Oh,
I turn to them and I say, I kind of have a grin on my face. I put that grin up there, you know, like I hoist it up. Say, it's a real coincidence. I've been hunting these fools for quite a while now, and that's what I was coming here to talk with y'all.
What? These guys?
You remember there was the Caius Verdun job back on Vestmall? Remember that lady? Yeah, years ago.
Yeah, the frying pan.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Still can't believe that.
Well, one of the crew members, loosely related to that job, it was Brandon Nix and Anya Tail.
They kind of glance up as Brandon is listed on one of the dossiers there.
Anya passed away, and the mom wanted me to track down Brandon Nix, try to open up communication. Tried to track him down, hunted them, and I think I got some leads, and I think I know where this group's going, but I could use some help. I'll take the job.
All right. Well, that's just good to see you coming through for us, boy.
Hey, if you can take
All
it,
right.
it's yours.
That's right. He kind of just gives you a really approving nod.
The dad nod. Yeah.
Well, why don't we just go ahead and get to work on this then? You said you needed some information and things like that.
Yeah, I got a target. I think I know where they're heading. Maybe. But I need as much information on a few of these people. Bigwig called Darren, along with his right-hand man, I believe Ferrari, spelled like the car, the old-timey car that I don't know if exists or not.
Actually, spelled with an I, not an E.
Oh, fair enough.
Hey.
I'm gonna need, if possible, a little advance so I can get some cash, maybe stock up on... I feel like this is a large crew and it's just me, and normally if it's just me, I'd be pretty comfortable with it, but I could definitely use a bit more supplies. Supplies.
Don't worry about that, Ash. Something like this doesn't come along every day, and we need to put in everything we got into this one because, like your father said, that's life-changing money right there.
That's right.
Not just for us, not just for you. It's if you one day decide to have kids of your own.
Oh, no.
Life-changing indeed.
All right, well, stands up, kind of like downs the coffee, even though it's still like piping hot. Let's not waste any time on this.
Hell yeah.
And as he does that, your communicator goes off, Deacon.
Do I see? It's like it tells me who's calling, right? Or no? Do I know?
It's like a private number. It's off the burner because Soulbones was using his burner.
I possibly got a source. I'm gonna step out. All right.
All right, we'll start bringing up that info.
Gotcha.
And Barshall disappears downstairs, and Kit starts kind of cleaning up the kitchen a little bit.
I go to my room, my like childhood room.
Yeah.
So you got posters and shit up on the wall.
Yeah.
Bed's half the size.
Yeah.
Does Ashford's dad, does he have like augmentations in his throat or something so he can just drink scalding hot coffee?
Nah, he's just a masochist. Just like
he's a real man.
He doesn't give
Just
a fuck.
a man.
Yeah.
Soulbones, you have the floor. Oh,
Deacon.
sorry. Blade, you have the floor.
Yeah.
Deacon, is that you, laddie?
Yeah. Who is this?
Oh, it's the man formerly known as Soulbones.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my god, you suck at this.
This is no tact.
You're supposed
No
to
tact
be
for it at all.
supposed to be a rat.
I hang up on him like the other
wait,
way.
Sorry.
like the ashtray immediately.
Sorry. I keep forgetting. I'm
God.
so used to just,
You have a new name. you have I know your new name. We agree.
You got such a
Blade.
distinct voice as well. So
It's Blade calling. Are you there, Deacon? Deacon, come in, Deacon. It's Blade.
Mr. Scarfield. Gotcha.
Why are you making up names, laddie?
Jesus Christ.
That's what you said your
You said your name was
was.
Blade Scarfield.
No, it's Starfield.
Starfield. I thought it was Scarfield, like you hate Mondays, but weirdly. Blade Starfield.
Starfield, yeah.
Mr. Starfield. Mr.
Yes.
Starfield. How can I help you?
Well, I've had quite an interesting little afternoon. I had a chat with my friend who, is sorting us out with our cleaning, and
Shit.
he said that he'd be happy to put it on the house, if you know what I mean, as long as we did a little favor for him. And I feel like it is the sort of favor that might need more than just my little hands, and that you might be particularly well suited to this adventure. So I was wondering if you'd want to join me in the eye for a bit of an adventure.
Star Raiders is an Arcane Focus Network production. Be sure to rate and review us on your favorite podcast app. You'd be amazed how much it helps us spread the word. Looking for more adventure? Head to arcanefocusnetwork.com.